Welcome to RSET online lectures in the subject CS 309 Graph Theory and Combinatorics. In this session, we will continue with Module 2, Part 2. First, we can define a universal graph. An open walk that includes all the edges of a graph without retracing any edge is called a universal line or an open Euler line. A connected graph that has a universal line is called a universal graph. See the example. If you are starting from A, along 1, reach at C, then 2, D, 3, A, 4, B, 5, D, 6, 7, B. We starting from A and reached at B, passing through all the edges exactly once. This is an example for universal graph. Begins and end vertices are different. And see in the figure, A and B are of odd degree. A is of degree 3 and B is of degree 3. If we again join B and A by another edge, the degree of all vertices will be even. In that case, we can find an Euler line in this graph. See the note. It is clear that by adding an edge between the initial and final vertices of the universal line, we shall get an Euler line. Thus, a connected graph is universal if and only if it has exactly two vertices of odd degree. Now we can see a theorem connected to universal graph. In a connected graph G with exactly 2k odd vertices, there exist k edge-disjoint subgraphs such that they together contain all edges of G and that each is a universal graph. You can see the proof. Assume that 2k odd vertices of the given graph G be named as V1, V2, etc. Vk and W1, W2, etc. Wk are of any arbitrary order. Add k edges to G between the vertex pairs V1, W1, V2, W2, etc. Vk, Wk to form a new graph G dash. Now, by adding these k edges, the given graph becomes an Euler graph because every vertices will be of degree even. In that case, you can find an Euler line in the new graph G dash. Therefore, you can find an Euler line rho in that graph. And if we remove from rho the k edges we just added, then rho will be split into k walks or k components, each of which is a universal line. We can explain this with an example. Now see the example in which there are 5 vertices V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5 in which 4 are of degree odd. See, the degree of V1 is 5, V2 is 3, V3 is 3 and V5 is 1. So, we are getting 4 odd vertices and V4 is even degree. Now, as explained later, we can rename the vertices V5 by W1, V3 by W2 and V1 and V2 are of odd degree vertices and here we have 4 odd vertices, therefore 2k equal to 4 and therefore k equal to 2. Out of 4 you are giving 2 vertices renamed as W1, W2. Now we add 2 edges V1 to V5 and V2 to V3. Now, the degree of each vertex in this graph. This is the edge from V2 to V3 and where V3 is renamed as W2 and V1 to V5, V5 is renamed as W1. Now, the degree of each vertex in this graph is even. Therefore, we can find an Euler line rho like this, rho equal to V1 1, V2 2, V1 3, V3 4, V1 5, V4 6, V3 7, V2 8, V4 9, V5 10, V1. The red letters 7 and 10. These are the edges we add from V1 to V5 and V2 to V3. And from this Euler line, if we are removing the 7 and 10, you will get two universal lines like this. V1, 1, V1, 1, V2, 2, V1, 3, V3, 4, V1, 5, V4, 6, V3, which includes all the edges exactly once, and the second Euler line is V2, 8, V4, 9, V5. These are the two universal lines. That means the first removal will leave a single universal line. The second removal will split that into two universal lines, and each successive removal will split a universal line into two universal lines until these are k of them. This proves the theorem. We can define Hamiltonian path and Hamiltonian circuit. A Hamiltonian circuit in a connected graph is defined as a closed walk that traverses every vertex of G exactly once except the starting vertex at which the walk terminates. See the example. We are starting from A. We reach at the next vertex. Then like this, we reach at the beginning vertex A. If we remove any one of the edge from the Hamiltonian circuit, suppose we are removing this edge. In that case, if we are starting from this vertex, we can traverse through all the vertices of the graph exactly once as shown in the figure and reached at A. Here the starting vertex and ending vertex are different. In that case, the Hamiltonian circuit will becomes Hamiltonian path. That means we are starting from one vertex and ending at another vertex, touching all the vertices exactly once. And it is clear that the Hamiltonian path in a connected graph of n vertices is n minus 1. The Hamiltonian path in a graph traverses every vertex of G. See another example. Example 4, a Hamiltonian circuit. In this graph, we are starting from this green vertex. We can move like this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. Moving like this, reaching at 20. Then after that, we reach at 1. This is a closed circuit and it touches all the vertices exactly once. Now, example for a Hamiltonian path. In this figure, we are starting from 1, the vertex 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is a Hamiltonian path starting at 1, ending at 10. Now we can define a complete graph. A simple graph in which there exists an edge between every pair of vertices is called a complete graph. The figure shows complete graph of 2, 3, 4 and 5 vertices. A complete graph with n vertices is denoted as Kn. For the first figure is K2, second is K3, third is K4 and the fourth one is K5. A complete graph is sometimes also referred to as a universal graph or a clique. With this, we complete part 2. Thank you.